is a work day.
Gaze into your eyes. Oh, I love the way you smile. Oh, I'm forever reaching out to let you catch a glimpse of me. Turn your eyes in my direction. I want to let you see.
Alright, so it's been a while. I got my smoothie. Anyway, so it's been a while since I've done a video, as some of you may have noticed, and as some of you may not have cared. But today I kind of decided I had to work myself up to it, I'm gonna make something today. So today for me is actually a work day. I have pretty much the whole day off until about 5. And so I'm just gonna try to knock out a lot of school stuff, a lot of homework assignments, and just get some planning done for some other projects I'm working on. But I wanted to take you guys along for that ride so you can kind of be engaged and enjoy. Alright, so today I have 2 goals really of things I want to do in addition to all the homework and boring stuff I'm just going to sit at a desk and do. Number 1, I would like to take you guys on a little adventure to the store and then into the hood of my car to replace my spark plugs. I've never replaced my spark plugs before, so I don't really know how this is going to go. I might just destroy my car. But I watched a video of some guy doing it on YouTube, so I think that means I'm ready. Number 2, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a look around this room a little later in the video. We just recently put some furniture up and reorganized things, and then I have a couple more things I actually want to do to kind of finalize finishing up this room. So I'm going to let you guys join me with that. That all being said, now it's time for me to go sit at my desk and get some actual work done before I run to the store. Get the spark plugs, get the gapper thing, because apparently you gotta gap them. Don't really know what that means, but we're gonna figure it all out, guys. We're gonna have a great time. If you're a car person, just prepare to be a little angry and to be cringing the whole time, because I'm just gonna start tearing into my car and putting new spark plugs, so hopefully I don't die. Alright, quick change of plans. Had to take a detour. Right as I started studying, I realized that for the class that I'm taking, I actually have to have study notes for each chapter, and someone very responsible, I should add, definitely forgot to actually get any notebooks this semester. So, taking a quick detour down to the store, gonna grab some books. Is why we need new spark plugs. You see that? See that nonsense? This is ridiculous. That number there, that's why. 314, 110 miles. That's why. This. I was gone literally less than 10 minutes, but in that time, a package seems to have been delivered for me. So one area of my life I will confess I have zero discipline with is packages. It's here, I need to open it. Everything else just needs postponed for a hot second. I guess we're using toenail clippers. We have ourselves C++ Primer, a textbook I was told I have to have. I'm very familiar with C++, so I anticipate sending this back in about 2 weeks. The thing I'm most excited for, a rubber keyboard cover for my laptop so nothing can get inside. I never eat with my computer, but it's still nice to have for dirt and stuff. a protector, a matte screen protector for my laptop. Instructions. Step 1. Learn Mandarin. There are things inside. Okay. Be like, hey there, team, what's going on? Alright, that's enough playing around. I actually have to, open up this book again and start reading.
Been a disaster of a day. It's been like 5 hours now since I last filmed anything, and now I'm back at O'Reilly's, a different O'Reilly's. I tore into my spark plugs. I had this great plan to like film all that, and it just ended up being me rushing it. So I didn't film it. I just rushed it, replaced the front 3, then I ripped off the whole intake manifest in my car to do the back 3. Did not go so hot. Turns out I need to replace all the boots and the coils, and then get some grease and stuff. Oil has gotten into my spark plugs, and so I need to clean it out and make sure the seals are good again. It's a really old car. There's like almost 315,000 miles on it. So I'm back at O'Reilly's, and we're going to go in now. I'm going to get some rags. I'm going to get some intake coil boots, and then some dielectric spark plug grease. I read all those words. That doesn't mean I know what they are. Alright, the trip was a major success. I got 6 of these Ultima Select. Come on, focus. Motor products. I got 6 of these bad boys to pop on there. Hopefully this actually resolves the issue. So basically these parts are just, if I can get them out of here. Come on. Whoop, there it goes on my lap. This is just a giant rubber seal. And what's so funny is mine has had oil, I guess, setting it for a really long time. So I'll show you guys later, but it's soft, and this is still hard. And then this metal coil, spring thingy. So I'm gonna shove this down each of my spark plug holes. That's the technical term for those, by the way. And we're gonna see how things go. Alright, team, so I just had a fun Walmart experience. I had to go in to pick up some just cloths to clean it out. It's oil everywhere, so to clean that out, I had to pick up some cloths. Along the way, I know I've needed some ink for the last week or so, so I picked up some ink. Literally, as I was walking out the door, I had this thought to myself, like, I wonder what would happen if I'm gonna set off the sensor. I don't know why. Like, maybe like in my heart, I knew what was about to happen. I set off the alarm. Fun. Then the door guy came over. He spoke very, very little English, and he was like trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, oh, I put up my ink, and I was like, I guess there's a little chip on the back now, a little yellow chip. So I like showed him, and he's like, oh, okay. So he went over to his book and wrote it down. He's like, you're fine, you can leave. I'm like, then I pointed to the thing, and he like walks over and looks at it. He's like, oh, so he points back to the counter, like, you got to go back there, go get her to figure it out. And so I took it back to the counter, talked to the lady, got it sorted out. It's fine. Walmart, make these things more noticeable. Like, it was just hanging on the shelf. It wasn't like I had to get someone to help me pull it off or anything. It's like, they're like protecting their ink. I guess ink gets stolen. It's way too expensive for what it is. So I guess ink's getting stolen. This is the last time I'm ever buying the ink here. I'm going to an ink refill place from now on, but I need some good cartridges before I do that. So Walmart, let us know when you're putting security chips on stuff. Thanks. Okay, here's the situation. It's currently 7 o'clock exactly. The sun sets at 7:51, which means I probably have about 9 extra minutes of daylight enough to film. So I'm 30 minutes from home now, so at best I get back at 6:30. I have just about an hour to get back and finish this car repair in video.
Alright, and that's the moment everything started to go wrong. Let me explain. Alright, so let me walk you through what happened. So I filmed that last little bit, and I was on my way home extremely optimistic that this repair was actually going to work. Don't ever expect things to work. Rule number 1. So I got home with not a lot of time, and so I decided it probably wouldn't be best to try to do footage and just to fix the vehicle, and then come back at the end and just tell you guys what had happened. So I went ahead and I tore apart my engine again to replace the spark plugs and the boots over the spark plugs. All went pretty well. I reinstalled the spark plugs and thought everything was fine. Start up the car, it's chugging worse than it ever was before. So I was frustrated, and I'm like, I must have just put something back together wrong because all the spark plugs are in. So let's just take it apart one more time, make sure everything is assembled perfectly. So about this time, it was getting really, really late at night. I tore apart the entire engine again and checked all the spark plugs. Ended up finding out that I actually hadn't plugged in the back 3 spark plugs. Rule number 2. Always plug in your spark plugs. So I put it all back together, and I was optimistic again, like that was probably it, just the back 3 weren't plugged in. Of course it wasn't running right. So I was optimistic. I figured, yeah, it has to just be the 3 spark plugs in the back. It's gonna work now. So put it all back together, go to the engine, turn on the car, guess what? Still running terrible. I go in, I look at the engine, see if there's anything I can fix. It looks fine to me. It's worth noting I'm really not a car person at all. So the next day, a guy from town came over who just works on cars, and he said he'd look at it for us. So he comes over, and he notices there's just on the EGR valve, or EGR part, that goes into the engine, there's a hole here, there's an EGR pipe, it goes here. Turns out on that, there was actually, the seal had totally worn out, and then had either broken off or fallen off as I was doing it. I never could find it, so at some point it lost its seal. Literally for a rubber seal, smaller than like the lens cover to my camera, like smaller than that, this thin piece of rubber. I spent $10 because I couldn't find it at any stores. I had to order it from Ford. Stuck it in there, tightened everything up, fixed it all up. The car runs, I'm not going to say perfect, but it runs better than it's run in a couple of years. So rule number 3, just have someone else who knows about cars work on it with you. And rather than just thinking you're smart like me, be willing to ask someone to help you, learn from them, and then try it yourself. I'm definitely a person who loves to learn new things and try to figure things out. But sometimes I can get myself in a little bit of a trap where I just keep trying things and trying things. I end up wasting a lot of time. Where I just asked a friend, who I have a lot of friends who are great with cars, to come help me with it the first time, then the next time I did it, it probably would have been easy. Okay, so I hope that kind of pieces together the rest of this video for you. I did promise at the very start I was going to give some sort of new room tour, so I'm going to try to do that right now. Funny story, the first half of this video was actually a week ago and 4 days. So it's been 11 days since I filmed that. I was really bummed that it didn't get a finish, so I was just like thinking about throwing it away. And I really as I was watching it, I was like, okay, it's a pretty good video, it just needs some sort of closure at the end. So this is hopefully your closure to the car crisis. Maybe we can run outside. No maybes, let's just go do it. Alright, last things last. I said I would give you guys a little bit of a room tour. So I don't know the best way to do this. I'm going to kind of carry the camera around and just kind of show you things from the entrance to the exit. Board games, printer stuff, and most of these tubs are old VHSs that the only reason we're keeping is to see if they're worth any money. But yeah, what's in here? I think more board games. Yeah, more board games. Backpack's just chilling there. Camera case, that doesn't stay there. Here's my current keyboard disaster project. I have this awesome synthesizer. It's an old DW, I think 600, 6000. Right here, old Korg. But some of the keys are broken. This at least, this model right here is broken. So I thought I'd try to scavenge keys from it. The mechanism's different. So if you have one of these, you want to send me a C sharp, a D sharp, and a D. That'd be amazing. They're the same, so I don't need the ones in those octaves. Oops, there goes the camera strap. That's why you shouldn't leave that thing as stretched. And now, the greatest lamp of all. So if we do a quick spin around here, most important area of the room, piano, where the music happens, a notebook, and essential piano repertoire. My friend got me from China. They creep some people out, so they don't really creep me out. I guess like every house in China has these. They all mean different things. Like one means like good health, one's like wealth. Don't honestly remember what they mean, but they're cool. That's a box of cables I haven't dealt with yet, but I have it hiding behind this shelf. People can't see it. Here's another lamp. Over here we got guitar number 1. This was one of the things I just finished up this last couple days here that I was going to put in the video, but I didn't. This was the other major thing, hanging this painting. That was a bit of a piece of work. Let me get back here and show you this wall. So we got another shelf here, big painting, guitar number 2 over there. The actual keyboard that works, I have the exact same keyboard right here. Microphone, some stuff. Another thing from China that kind of creeps people out. I mean, this one honestly creeps me a little bit out too. It's just a little too demonic. Alright, and over here we got second most important area of the room, the desk. Got my all-important T-Rex, which forever remains on my wall. And Matt Smith trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. And of course, yours truly, the vlog thing. Anyways guys, I hope this video wasn't insanely disappointing or anything. I hope you're excited for some more stuff I got coming out. I'm trying to decide kind of what my goal is going to be doing videos, what I'm trying to do, what I want to do. There's some things I want to do that I don't think most people actually want to see in a video. So I'm trying to decide if that's worth making or not. If I should just selfishly make the videos I want to make and maybe people will start watching because I'm having a good time, or I should try to do some stuff that I would still like. I would never do anything I don't like, but do some stuff that maybe people would enjoy more. I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to really decide what I want to do, like gaming-wise or whatever. So I'm trying to figure it all out. I figured this would be a better way to make a video than a really lame update video, to at least give you guys something hopefully a little bit interesting to watch. So anyways, yeah. I'm going to quit spinning in circles here in this room, but there's your guys' perspective on where I get most of my work done. And see you all soon. Salut!